pin, but it's a 9 for Peter Rafuse. And we are really getting down to it now. Paul Judge up. Paul Judge trailing by 11 pins. Top spot now.
Oh, that is
right
just
through
tough.
the middle. Yeah, that's...
Took the 1 and the 5 straight back and left everything else.
Really has to bear down here. Wow, that's a pretty good out in the right-hand side. See what he can do with the left. That's a pretty good-looking 9. But it means he leads Paul Bernard to that all-important second placing now by only 2 pins.
Pin count's what it's all about here. Every pin's important at this stage of the game.
Well, he's given himself a chance here to mark, certainly with the 1-3-6, but he seems to be fighting a little bit. Getting on the front end. Boy, no doubt about that. Paul Judge making them fly. Comes up with yet another big mark that puts pressure now on Paul Bernard. Bernard trailing Judge by 2. And he, like Judge, 2 frames ago, punches through. Will have to bear down. And he does. Right-hand side, now the left.
A couple of key pins dropped there. He wants to come back and recover those with a mark.
He trails Judge by 4 now. And Judge has got a ball working when he gets up in the 9th. That is exactly what Bernard needs here to come up with the mark. He does it. It's going to be via a very tough route. The 2, the 4, wood behind the 4, but then the 10 over on the right-hand side. He really has to split these pins or play the ball over. Oh, he was trying to play it on the outside and get the ball over. And only gets an 8. So, a couple of tough boxes there for Paul Bernard. Now Joe King. He's open on a mark. He has 4 frames left. He certainly has the ability to make a run at the leaders. Everybody over in Fairview Avenue in Ross, St. New Brunswick. Pulling for this guy. See what he can get on his mark. Boy, he's got the big hit. He's got 8. And he's got another great chance to mark. Yep, 3 and 6. Yes, sir, he's got him. Joe King, under some pressure, big time, comes up with another mark. Well, making a run of it. Well, he's got 7 more there, and again, he's got a chance to mark. Piece of wood on the move. The question is, can he get by the wood? We're going to look at it. There you see it. If he can get by here, he'll want to be just about there. Oh, too far to the right-hand side.
He's really going to have to come up big in the 9th and 10th frames.
Big thing for Joe is he's given himself a chance. Peter Rafuse, meanwhile, continues to lead it. Paul Judge settling into second. Open on the spare. That's the good news for him. Paul Bernard struggling with a couple of 8s, very untimely 8s in the second but 2 last frame. And Joe King, 2 marks, but then the 9 box. He has got to come up big in 9 and 10. But he gave himself a chance by getting those 2 spares, so he stays in the hunt without question. There's a number up on the boards right now.
Yep, just a couple of frames to come. Top 2 bowlers today will move on. So it's Peter Rafuse at 222, followed by Paul Judge, who is open, as Bruce mentioned, on the mark. And then Paul Bernard off the pace, and Joe King really has to get something going.
Yeah.
Although he's not out of the battle for second place, not at all, only out by 18 pins.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen in a game like that. With the quality of bowler we have, too, guys start punching through, and the next guy gets a strike or two, it changes things in a big hurry. But keep in mind, there are only 2 frames to go in this one, and it is an exciting finish yet to come.
We'll be back right after these messages.
And that'll bring up Paul Bernard. Paul Bernard, 123 the string for Paul Judge, by the way. 2-string total of 238. And Paul Bernard's at 203 right now, so
35
yeah,
pins.
35 pins in this final 2 frame.
To force a 1-ball roll-off.
Almost had the strike.
He's got the spare.
There, he's hanging in there. Well, let's see what happens.
It's 25 pins.
This one down. Oh, that's really hurts.
That's going to hurt. You got it.
Yeah, only 3 there.
So he's 22 pins away, and
oh, boy, he gave that a nice effort. Not going to be for Paul Bernard, but hey, he bowled real well. Certainly started the second string in the style with a couple of spares and a strike and a spare, but for the Rogersville native, make sure you say hello to him when he comes back. He did real well, did Paul Bernard. Now Joe King has got to think strike. No doubt about it.
46 pins away from a 1-ball roll-off. He's got to make 46 pins here. It's got to be striking. It's not going to be for Joe King today.
It'll be tough when you're Joe King. You finished 4th in the first string, but not that far out. But the guys ahead of you put together strings of 136, 123, and 125. He just didn't leave a lot of room for Joe King. Cleans the plate there. One thing we know that Wes Ratcliffe and all the guys in Rothsay will be welcoming Joe back, and everybody at Bowmore Haymarket Square. Big stripe there.
Well,
Joe still has a shot at the grand if he can do this 2 more times. That's a perfect hit. It's a great hit. See if he can do it again. Pretty good effort. So there's 1 more ball yet to go. Lays it down, makes it good. Nice finish. It's nice to see that for Joe King. But Joe King and Paul Bernard step by the wayside. Peter Rafuse and Paul Judge will now move on to quarterfinal action in our Belvedere Men's Super Pin Series.
a couple of Nova Scotians make it today, and they join Charles Geldart, Tony LeBlanc, Eugene Lindsay, Bill Black, Don Gauthier, and Jim Curvin in our quarterfinals, which will get underway in about 4 episodes from now. Exactly.
That's right. That's a quarterfinal series 2, Paul, that will feature our skins portion. The beginning of that, $25 a frame in that competition. Of course, the 2 top bowlers via pinfall will then move on to semifinal action. 2 things happen there. You're just 1 win away from that big final, but also you're into a situation where we pay $50 a frame in that semifinal game. But you only have to beat rather a couple of bowlers in that competition.
Everything. They hate the Thomas Towers.
Is where you can strike it rich. The first string carries frames of $100 apiece. That's $100 per frame in that series, and that's only the first string. The second string, Paul, gets even more interesting.
Sure does. $200 frames 3 and 4, $400 for 5 and 6, $500 for 7 and 8, and then that 9th frame worth $700 in the final frame, $1,000. Those are the individual frame prizes. You throw in carryovers, and the money really adds up. You can be playing for thousands by, the middle of the second string.
And a lot of the bowlers coming in, it's tough to get here, number 1, but a guy by the name of Kansas Snow, the defending champion, who also always seems to do well in front of our cameras and in our Super Pin series, has been eliminated now in the very first matchup. It just goes to show you, no matter how good you are, you can be beaten on any given day you can be beaten, and that's what happened to him. So the champion, the defending champion, is out. The field is wide open, and you know the ears of the bowlers kind of picked up a little bit until you mean he's really gone in show 1. So all the bowlers now may be a little bit more optimistic for their chances.
The series really characterized by new faces. We're seeing a lot of new blood coming in through the ranks.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing them certainly in this series. Want to remind you folks at home that at the conclusion of our 92-93 bowling season, we'll be drawing for a trip for 2 for a fabulous week's vacation at Club Med, any one of their wonderful resorts in North America. That includes Mexico and the Caribbean. What do you have to do? Simply see your local retailer, drop by your local bowling center for details on how to enter and enter.